this course in What are Geographic Information Systems, or what is GIS? I'm Dr. Heath Robinson. If you've taken my course in What is Geography, then you know that geographic information systems are one of the methodologies that you can choose to specialize in order to solve geographic problems or answer geographic questions. If you think in terms of the geographic triad, where we have place, which can be spatio-temporal location, we have theme or subject that you choose to study, such as political geography or physical geography or so forth, but then we also have methodology about what kind of technique or methodology you're going to employ to study the particular subject in a particular place. And one of these particular methods that you can choose are geographic information systems. So if you go on to take a course in geographic information systems, then what you're doing is you're taking a course in a particular methodology. You're taking a course to learn how to use geographic information systems to answer geographic questions or to solve geographic problems. You have to unify that with whatever place you like to study at whatever time you like to study it, and also with whatever subject matter that you like to study. So when I'm teaching a course in geographic information systems, it doesn't matter to me what particular subject or what particular place any particular student is interested in studying and applying these techniques to. So that's what I do. I stay focused on the methods, and the students realize as we go along how important these are and the kind of connections that need to be made to the problems that they have, to the questions that they want to answer in their particular fields. I really enjoy that kind of cross-pollination. I really enjoy teaching a course where I have these students from all of these different fields with all of these different interests, but yet they have this unification in their minds about how they're going to use this same methodology to answer really important questions in their fields. Geographic information systems are all around us. Every time somebody goes to Google Maps, whether it's on a laptop or on their cell phone, and they say, "Show me this address," and it puts that pin right there on the map, you're using a geographic information system. And so it's the case, actually, that we are living in a society that just expects for geographic information to be readily available. We depend on many of these geographic information systems. And so it happens to be the case that as they become more and more ubiquitous, people start to think about them less and less, even though we have more exposure to them. Think about, for example, the Global Positioning System. This is a very complex constellation of satellites that are in orbit around the planet, and they allow us to determine our position very accurately and pretty much on demand. And the receivers for the GPS systems have become so small and so cheap, we start to embed them in many, many different things. Obviously, cell phones are one. GPS receivers are so small that basically every cell phone that's manufactured today has a GPS receiver in it, so people just expect to be able to turn on their cell phone, hit a button, and know exactly where they are. Well, that's a geographic information system. We have that available to us. People don't think about not having it anymore. It's just something they expect. And yet that kind of information is not easy to get. Even though people expect it to be there, they expect to be able to access it very easily through an app, it takes a very complex system to be able to deliver that information to somebody on demand, and everyone on demand, all the way pretty much across the world if you have the correct receiver. So we have this interesting contrast here. We have a situation where more people today are using geographic information systems daily, and yet at the same time they're not conscious of the fact that they are using geographic information systems. They just expect for them to work. And so we have this specialization in this particular methodology for people who really want to know how the kind of technology works, how do you keep it running, how do you use that technology, and how do you make it work for you. So this is what a geographic information systems course is about. This course is specifically in what geographic information systems are. So in order to explain that to you, I'm actually going to take three different approaches here. The first thing I'm going to do is talk to you about geographic information systems sort of in the round, what I call the big idea of geographic information systems. What they are, how we experience them as a society, how we depend on them. Then in the second part of this course, I talk about specifically what the definition of a geographic information system is. Many textbooks don't try to provide a definition of geographic information system because they are so broad and can take many different forms. But I think that it can be done, and I think it's important to give the definition up front so that people know not only this big idea in the round what geographic information systems are, but also what sort of the unifying core, what the definition of these technologies are, so that you know as you go on and study in an introductory class or maybe even later on, what type of technology really does qualify as a geographic information system. Then in the third part of this course, I want to show you a few software demonstrations. There are many different geographic information software packages that you can download and use. I want to show you one that is an industry standard software package that many people use. So I'm very delighted you've chosen to take this course. I'm very excited to move forward with it. I hope you are too. Let's go forward. I'll see you in the next lesson.